Well, good morning to everyone. It's great to be back on drive. It's a beautiful, cool morning here. A bit of cloud cover, a bit of thunder going on around me. But it's great to be back here. We had a big storm from about 3 a.m. this morning. So there's, like I say, a bit of rain still around and thunder. And wow, there's just a bit of lightning there. So let's hope this all stays away. But yeah, it's great to be back out here. Very excited. Got a lot of updates to share with you guys from the last week that I've heard from the other guides. So I'm going to stay around the lodge, head to Main Dam, and then maybe a bit further south. But yeah, if it's your first time joining us, welcome. My name's Neil, and yeah, let's see what we can go and find out. Very nice big bull elephant here. He's all dark, as you can see, all wet. Always makes their tusks stick out more beautifully. Makes it look more impressive. It's very dramatic to be in the bush when you got a lot of thunder out like this. Bit of lightning around. I wonder if, sure, a few of you wonder if some of the animals get struck by lightning out here. They definitely do. Animals like giraffe and these bigger elephants. You can see this big guy's only got one tusk, so looks like his left hand tusk is broken off. Can happen during fighting with other male elephants or as they push over trees. If the root is damaged, because that tusk is a incisor tooth, if the root is damaged, those tusks won't grow back. But always remember, about a third of their tusk is beneath the skin there, so there might still be a little bit there, but it looks like it's broken off. It's so interesting, guys. The last minute I've watched these impalas busy chasing this jackal. You'll see the jackal in the background, but all of these females just started chasing after this jackal. I was alerted to him by some zebras. They were watching something, and it looks like he was feeding on something in the long grass. I wonder if he's maybe killed one of the lambs. Are starting to drop now, these females. We've seen quite a few in the reserve, baby impalas, and one of their predators will be these jackals actually. So that would be a reason for these impalas not being happy with this jackal, and amazingly, well, they were trying to chase him off earlier, now they're just more curious. Beautiful big martial eagle up in the tree here. The largest eagle we have in this reserve. Massive eagle that we've just seen a newborn baby impala there with mom. And these eagles will take these newborn impalas. They're very strong. They also feed on monitor lizards, large monitor lizards. I've seen them catch baby warthogs, scrub hares, a lot of game birds, so quite a wide variety that these eagles feed on. But yeah, very strong talons, very strong beak. Just a beautiful eagle. So just following up on tracks for young male lions. Quite easy to pick up tracks after the rain we had last night, and managed to spot the Mbiris. Looks like the young males and the females together again. They are busy looking at this zebra. I don't think seen them yet, starting to even move a bit closer towards these lions. There's some more zebra off to the left, and also a nice group of wildebeest also moving in here. So let's just see if we get a bit of action. It's actually perfect hunting conditions for predators. It's very windy. The wind's actually straight into the lions, which helps the lions, and obviously a bit of thunder around, and also the wind creates quite a lot of noise. So it's ideal hunting conditions. Predators often use this to hunt in this weather disturbance. Looks like one of the wildebeest spotted these lions, and the zebra also sort of picked up on them and moved off. So I've just come in for a closer look. These males will not leave these females. They only seem to separate from the females when the open males arrive or are close by. Females don't seem to mind. It's obviously a better chance of hunting for them. These young males can help them bring down buffalo, a bigger game. Are looking really good, these males. This young male in particular with the less of a mane, really big head on this male, and he's actually full of bite marks. You can see around the neck and his head. So I know they've killed a buffalo about 10 days ago on Ngala side in the timber party. I don't know if they've had any conflict with any of the males that side, but also just from each other when they're feeding, obviously very vicious with each other as the buffalo or the carcass, whatever they're eating, gets smaller. But yeah, they're looking really good, these young males. As I said before, we'll come up with a coalition name for them very shortly. We were thinking of the Wazwitsonso males. Wazwitsonso is a drainage line that runs past the lodge and where they were born. The mothers hid the cubs in the Wazwitsonso drainage line. So what do you guys think of Wazwitsonso males? We're not going to call them the Manyeleti males. That's already been used before for coalition of males by Mala Mala. Bit of phlegm and grimacing going on here. You can see the baring of the teeth, and they're not snarling, they're just busy analysing scent. The females will do that to recognise individuals, members of the same pride, different pride. You can sex an animal that way. The males will use it to determine reproductive status, analysing hormones. It's like a business card of different animals. Conveys a lot of information just by analysing the urine. Yeah, they've completely given up on the hunt here. And the really bit of interesting information that I wanted to tell you about, I couldn't actually believe when I heard it. So the Narus last week brought down a young elephant, about a 3 to 4 year old elephant. They were feeding on it, the cubs, the red-road male, all the females. And the next morning the two open males were there feeding with the pride. They actually managed to chase off Red Road Male not too far. They were feeding with him initially, and then they managed to chase him off. But what's amazing is they were feeding with the cubs and the females together, and during the course of 2 days they didn't harm any cubs. The females actually protected the cubs. The females actually chased off the limping Orphan male, and that lone Orphan male sort of didn't have much of a choice. But yeah, he didn't do anything to those cubs, which is good news. And yeah, interesting dynamics, strange dynamics in the Manyeleti at the moment with the lions. Who knows? You might see a joining of a Red Road male and an Orphan male. That could be a very interesting and a pretty handy coalition, if you ask me. I mean, I'd like to see that, and those two males take over the Mbiris and the Narus. But yeah, time will tell. But a very interesting bit of a confrontation there. The Orphan male's going all the way to Main Dam, and actually, you know, pushing off Red Road male, but not harming the Naru. So yeah, very interesting times ahead, knowing that those males are starting to push more to Main Dam. Look at the size of this male, guys. He's absolutely massive. He is in must, so I'm just going to watch him closely. That's why he's giving us a bit of attitude here. A large troop of baboons walking through this open clearing here. They move away from the sort of drainage lines and big trees to look for food and forage. They'll look for fruits out here, scorpions, insects. The larger males even eat meat. Again, this time of the year with the baby impala, the large males will catch these baby impala or small antelope and feed on them. I've seen them feed on scrub hares as well. See one keeping a lookout as they move through here. Often have one up in the trees around here as well, keeping a lookout. Still very miserable and grey this morning. The weather hasn't changed much, still a bit of drizzle. But yeah, it's been a very good morning. A lot of variety out this morning. Well guys, thankfully a lot of the rain stayed away this morning. It's still pretty miserable, very windy, but yeah, we got in a great morning's drive, a lot of variety this morning. Great to be back out in the summer bush. The woodland kingfishers have arrived, which is a migrant, which is a beautiful bird and beautiful sound, which I hope to get for you on camera the next few days. But yeah, just great to see all the young impala around. Also get some more footage of them in the next few days. But yeah, great sighting of the Mbiris. The male's still with the females, and they're looking in really good condition, and just nice to see that that pride's doing really well still, and the females are all good and healthy, and yeah, due to give birth probably the next month and a half or two, so looking forward to that as well. So it was great to be out again this morning, great to be back in the bush. I'll be out again either tomorrow or Friday, depending on the weather. The weather doesn't look great for Friday, so I might be out tomorrow. But yeah, whenever I'm out again, I'll catch up with you then.